Definitely not what I expected to see from our team. And so, as the head coach of a team that didn't play well, I didn't coach well enough, obviously. We had a really good week of practice, but we needed to play complementary football in this football game, which means we possess the ball, we score points. I thought our opening drive was great, 7-minute drive, 8-minute drive, whatever it was, and we didn't get points. And then you turn the football over, which we did 3 times, and one of them was a touchdown. You don't rush the football well, you don't control the line of scrimmage, you don't stop people on 3rd and long. It's hard to win, bottom line. And so, give credit to Tennessee. They played a good football game. They were very physical, but we weren't good enough tonight. So, questions?
Raise your hand. Let's know who you are, who you're with. Who has the first question?
Jaden?
Fred.
Jane Watson, Fisher, Raleigh News and Observer. Dave, it kind of feels like deja vu from last year, where it's like you scrape out the week 1 win, you get your tail whooped in week 2. How do you kind of, not get stuck and feeling like, oh my God, are we gonna, struggle like we did last year?
Yeah, last season has nothing to do with this season. It's a different football team, and we just weren't good enough tonight. Bottom line, we had our chances in that football game, but it got away from us. And in the second half, we're having to go for it all the time, putting our defense in a bit short field. So, it just snowballed as it went, but it's not last year. And we got a lot of work to do, obviously. Got to get back to it.
First row, left.
Dave, the trouble running the ball, was that a combination of things, or was it up front you just weren't getting push, or?
I'll have to watch the film to give you a detail. It looked like we were just getting knocked into the backfield a lot. I said this all week, their defensive line was our biggest concern, particularly defensive tackles, and we think those guys are really good players, and we just did not block them up front the way that we have to run the football. And so, it was a combination of things, and it's impossible for me to tell you exactly what they were, but I watched the line of scrimmage all night, and it wasn't going our way. It's going their way.
Third row.
Noah Fletcher from Wolfpack. It seemed like in the first drive, Grayson was able to get the ball out quick and move down the field. What kind of changed, I guess, from there?
Yeah, we were very efficient the first drive, and that's what I thought we were going to do. Was whether we scored or not, finish every drive with a kick. Worst case, a punt. Possess the football, keep our defense off the field. That was our game plan, right? And it was working for a while. We were in the game, and then the pick 6, and then all of a sudden things just started to kind of unravel, and we just never got back into it. Every time we'd make a play, there'd be a penalty. It was really frustrating, and not what we expected.
Second row, middle.
Adam Sparks, Knoxville News Sentinel. Coach, you did have some success against Nico. You had 2 picks, pick 6. How do you size up how you guys did against Nico, and how do you defend him?
He's a good player. I thought, against their spread, we defended that very well. They hurt us on some screens, a little shovel to the running back, on some plays like that. They got into bigger personnel, something they haven't done a lot on film. There was a lot of 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, 1 back tonight with their offense. And so, credit them for changing up, because, if you watch them, most of their formations you're going to see are 4 wides or 1 tight end formations. And so, I thought we did some good things that way, but we did not, as the game went on, stop the run. And we were out there a lot in the second half, defensively, because of how we played on offense in the second half.
Front row to the right.
Coach Steve Brickman from the Associated Press, that interception return is obviously a big moment.
Yeah, we're in the red zone, so that flips. We're gonna get 3 probably right there at least. Yeah, so that's a big swing on the scoreboard.
Did you see what happened on the play? It
Yeah,
almost looked like the running back might have slowed down or stopped, or did you just overthrow him?
No, it was an RPO, and Grayson kept the football, and the tight end was open, but he had a guy in his face, so he jumped over him and just overthrew the ball. He was trying to make a play and just wasn't accurate on that one.
Back of the room.
Griffin Cunningham, Agramac. How do you feel the fans travel today?
So what?
The bands, how they travel?
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, there was a lot of red in the stadium, and there was a lot of noise for us, you know. I mean, I was very, very happy with our fans. I'm appreciative, you know. I mean, they sold all our tickets out, and we obviously didn't deliver the game they wanted to watch, but credit to them for showing up and supporting the football team.
Back of the room cameras.
Coach Ken Gaskins, WBTV here in Charlotte. What do you say to Grayson after a performance? I'm sure he's pretty disappointed in. How confident are you in his ability to flush this and move
Oh
on?
yeah, he's very competitive, mad at himself right now. You know, get back, study it, flush it, and move on, and he'll be excited to play the next game. You know, I have great confidence in Grayson, and just, you know, sometimes you have games like that as a quarterback, and as a head coach, I completely believe in him.
Take two more, second row.
Dave, West Rucker, 24/7 Sports. The way, especially in the second half, it seemed like the entire game was played on that end of the field. How difficult is it to kind of get anything going?
No, it's impossible. I mean, we have a long field on offense and a short field on defense. I mean, against a team like that scores like they do, I mean, you can't win. I mean, you have to play field position football, and you have to have sustained drives, and you have to get off the field on third and long. Like, that's how you have a chance to win against teams like that. And we did the opposite. You know, I mean, we gave our defense short fields to defend, and our offense had long fields, and our special teams weren't good enough. You know, I mean, it was a three-phase loss. When you look at the game, all the stats, offense, defense, special teams, we lost that game as a team, and it's a lot to improve. And I look forward to the opportunity to do it.
Last question, front row.
Yeah, Rob McLean with Inside Pack Sports. What message did you convey to your team when you got to the locker, and what are your expectations from them starting Monday?
I told them the same thing I told you. I mean, it wasn't what I expected to see. You know, they won the line of scrimmage. We weren't physical enough. We turned the ball over too much. We didn't get it done. And it starts with me. You know, I'm the one that sits in there and leads the staff and our game planning and all that. But this is a really good bunch of guys. And they will go back to work. I know that. And they'll stick together. There'll be a lot of people telling them that they're no good, and that's fine. And inside the building, we got to do a great job leading, and our captains, our leadership council, all that. So it's a lot of football in front of us.